let's go into the green. We've got our background. Look, we've got, let's get back into our fresh green and yellow. That's kind of a springy little combination. I'm gonna put it in the brown here. I'll probably have to redo my brown. And I'm gonna do just a few little up close leaves and so forth right in front. And these will have quite a bit of detail just because they're right up front. You're looking very closely at these, so you'll want to put detail in these. So your green leaves are going to have brown, they're going to have veins. Let's take them all the way down so you really don't see where they start. But you know they're there. All right. Thin out my oil again with the thinner. Come back over, do some leaves real quick. Okay, now let's go ahead and start doing some stems of some flowers. And it doesn't have to be exactly like these, but I loved this little picture, so I thought I would. Now these in the background are in the background, so we want them kind of muted. And since oil is still wet, it will blend so much easier than acrylic. It just blends, it moves. It's a lot of fun. Now, white again. Ooh, I hate to get into my white because I'm going to use it on my Westie, but all right. Let's highlight some of these stems. And these do have a highlight, but not as much because they're more in the background. This is the background piece. There's some background grass way back in here, so let's make it real muted. He's in somebody's garden. I am going to add some more white after we get this flower. So I'm just giving the impression of kind of a little garden scene back here. Some more stems. Actually, yeah, there's a lot of black back in here, so I'm going to do a little black corner. Let me get a little bit bigger brush. Spread that around some. Here we go. That does help create a little more depth. And we'll go back over that green if we need to. Just, you can be really loose, make your background vague because it is far away. Now, I'm going to add some more white to him real quick, and then we will do our last little flowers up front. Squirt some more out to make sure that it is fresh. That's what these little wells are for. It's for fresh paint, so you don't have to mix it up with what's already been mixed. You can use a fresh well. And these are little plastic pieces, so you can throw them away if you want to. They're inexpensive. I think these were about $2 a piece, something like that. All right, let me get some more pink. So we're going to do the flowers. I'm going to add a little purple. Okay. Now, I'm just squirting those out for later. All right, here we go with the white. I want to go ahead and get him finished up. Let's get him as spread as he's going to be. Here he goes. Sometimes with oil, you do have to let a layer dry. There we go. Let's get him. Get his little cheeks out there. Here we go. All right. I think he is spread quite a bit. You could add a bee or a butterfly or anything you wanted to custom your little piece of garden here. Highlight his nose just a little more. By layering this white, it does create depth, but it also brings it to a finishing point. Okay, now, here we go with our flowers. This is the fun part. Purple and red, and believe it or not, a little black. And let's do a little daisy right here. The dark would go underneath, like this. And then we'll highlight on top. Here's another little daisy right here. Another one over here. There's some back here that are in the distance. One way back in here. You can even use your finger and blur this one because it is way back in the back. You don't want it to be as detailed as these up front. Get your finger and blur these back here. They're in the distance. Now, I'm going to dip my brush into the pink and the white just to give it a pop. And then we'll get the highlight part right up here. Here we go. Some more white and pink right here. And I like these thick. It looks good. I like it kind of thick and contemporary looking. I'm going to do some more flowers down in here that are all kind of just conglomerated together because he is messing in somebody's garden and he probably shouldn't be. One little bit over here in the distance, but you can't see those as well as these. Okay. Let's do some highlights on these flowers. I'm gonna work on his tongue just a little bit too. He's kind of bothering me. Now, let's put some green stems again around our flowers. That one has one, that one has one, this one has one. There we go. There's some loose grass around them. And they get up on the pup just a little bit here and cover some of him up. But that's why we work from back to front, so you can add these front things. Same way here. Okay. Now, I'm gonna darken his tongue just a little bit up here, just because it's driving me crazy. Add a little more depth, a little bit here. There we go. That's helping some. Work on his nose. And with oil, the cool thing about it is it's still wet. So you can, you know, still play with it and move it around. If you're not careful, you'll mess it up. So you have to be kind of careful. Just add fine little details to your Westie. And we're just about through. I'm gonna add a little more depth. Yes, he's nubbly, but that's okay. I kind of like that. I'm gonna add a little more white up here. Some strong highlights. Strong white up here. Strong white. Okay. Sort of smooth some of this out. This is back think we're pretty much done. There's your little Westie. Always sign your paintings. And if you had time, you could let it dry a day or two, come back and fine tuning. Always sign, and my mother says date your paintings. Thank you for being with us here today in Art Corner. Stay creative.